How to improve a business. The recipe's not always the same, but there's many of the same ingredients. Successful teams tend to cover 4 bases really well. And that's, do we have customers that are the most prominent areas that we can focus on? Are we clear on these principles, and do we tend to stick to them? Put the mechanics in place in our organisation in such a way to improve our business. The core areas to focus on are...
Whatever role we're in, almost inevitably, it's very challenging. My role is to share the lessons of my 30+ years of experience of running businesses, developing teams, leading turnarounds, and assessing businesses for acquisition.
In all of this, collectively, across the whole of my career, I've been involved with over 150 different operating organisations and environments.
My name's Rob Evans, and I hope you find this content both enjoyable and of great value.
Whenever we're seeking to improve a business, we're looking to improve financial results, and often as a consequence either of something that's happening at the back end of the business, or we're trying to improve the front end of the business and improve perhaps the sales or the quality of the sales in the organisation. No business improvement project is straightforward. Every business is different. Because every business is different, it doesn't necessarily mean that we have nowhere to start. There's recurrent ingredients that successful teams tend to have in play. The recipe's not always the same, but there's many of the same ingredients. In my experience, the successful teams tend to cover 4 bases really well, and that's people, principles, mechanics and culture. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about this over the remainder of this video, but first of all I'm going to focus in on 2 areas that I think we really ought to pay attention to whenever we're looking to improve a business. Firstly, it's the nature of our customer base. Do we have customers that are able to pay and willing to pay for the service or solution, experience, product, whatever it is that we provide? Provided we have the right quality or right set of customers, we're already in a good place. It's very difficult to have a customer base that comprises of organisations or individuals that either don't have the capacity to pay or don't fully and truly value what it is we provide. Secondly, we can focus very carefully on what it is that we actually provide and measure that against the resources we have available to us in the organisation. Most organisations tend to not have the financial capacity to do more than a handful, maybe 1 or 2 or 3 things really well. So the more focused we can be on our niche, the less of our bandwidth in our organisation, our knowledge bandwidth, our resources bandwidth, our financing bandwidth is constrained. The more that we can focus on our core competencies, the likelier we are to be successful. Now I'm going to move on to the environment that we create as a leader for our organisation, because when we're looking to improve a business, assuming we're operating in an environment that there's not natural resistance to it, and assuming we've got a great customer base, and assuming we are focused on a solution set, experience set, product set, service set, whatever it may be, that means that we're not spread too thin. The most prominent areas that we can focus on are the environment we create for our people and the people we have in our organisation. Much as our cars run on fuel, our businesses run on our people's capability and energy. How do we fuel our people?
I hope you're enjoying and getting great value from this video. Please give it a like and please subscribe. It really helps. Thank you.
I think the successful teams tend to cover 4 bases really well. People, we have enough quality people to get done what we need to get done, either on the payroll or we've got access to them. The blend's right, ego's managed in the organisation, we've got enough bridge builders. Secondly, it's our principles. What do we stand for as an organisation? What are we seeking to achieve? And how are we seeking to achieve it? Are we clear on these principles, and do we tend to stick to them? Also, is our communication focused on the good we're doing in the world rather than necessarily on the returns that we're seeking to receive for the good that we do in the world? So this is all very much the focus of our principles. What are we doing? How are we doing it? And what's our communication and mindset emphasis on the why of what we're doing in our organisation? The third piece is our operating mechanics, the hardwiring of the business, the protocols we have in place to connect internally, to manage internally, to connect with our customers and suppliers. It's these things that we put in place. Have we put things in place? Have we put the mechanics in place in our organisation in such a way that it means we're easy to work for as an organisation and easy to work with as an organisation? So if we're a customer or if we're a supplier. The simpler our hardwiring, the lower our operating friction. How effective are our processes? If we're easy to work for and work with, then it's much, much easier for folks to buy from us, for folks to support us, and for folks to work for us. And then fourthly, it's the culture. I run programs that go into depth on all of these. The ability to be able to stand back and reflect in a structured way is very valuable.
You can find the program by clicking the link in the description or the comments. Also, I do keynotes and talks, lunch and learns, breakfast and learns, online forums. So here you can reach me.
There are common pitfalls that I've seen over the years, and it's those pitfalls that I really focus on having us think about so that we find areas to improve in our organisation.
There's an opportunity there also to join the Outperformance Highway community, and there's lots more content.
Culture's our fuel in many ways. It creates the buzz, it creates the enthusiasm. Culture's the ways of a people. Is our culture one in which we have a team spirit? It's energising to work with the organisation and energising to work for the organisation. Operate in that type of spirit, and our individuals feel valued, engaged, safe and trusted, and we have a clear identity within our organisation. All of these elements, people, principles, mechanics and culture, PPMC leadership, they all interplay. Of course, our people shape our culture. What we're going for, our principles, what we're standing for, that shapes our culture. If we're easy to work with or easy to work for, that shapes our culture. Everything interplays within PPMC leadership, but it's a framework and a lens that we can look at our organisation through and figure out the areas that we really need to focus on to improve our business. So if we're looking to improve our business, the core areas to focus on are our customer base, what we actually deliver, and the environment that we create for our people.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that and got great value from it. Please don't forget to check out the link. Also, please give it a like and please do subscribe. As I said, it really does help. I'll see you in the next video.